Well, good morning, everybody. I had to restart my computer a couple of times. Don't know what the problem is, but it is what it is. Good morning, AZ.
I got it up and running there, Paul.
I think so, but the link, I can't copy the link. I don't know what the hell's the matter.
Huh.
You know, usually you go along the bottom and you can copy the link. I don't, and it doesn't show me as being large and in charge, I do not think.
Google Chrome.
I don't think I'm in charge of the meeting.
Yeah.
You know how usually along the bottom, you've got choices you can make. There's none on my screen.
Yeah, I just gotta bring up my chat.
It's an Acer.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And there's no join the meeting. There's no anything. It's just,
I've got all that. I'm not the host or nothing because I've still got the lead, right? So what the hell? I'm having, oh, there we go. And my computer's acting funny this morning. Oh, it's TJ's fault. Oh, okay. Cool. Just want to make sure that's what the problem was. Okay. Oh, I did. Oh, no. I gotta go back upstairs. I'm right back.
still sorting it out, everybody. Hang tight. I think I'm getting someplace here. Let's see. Paste. And okay, I think it's on track now. We'll see. Herpes, JD says. Hey, Mr. Giggles. He's at work.
I get it sorted out there, Paul.
I think so, but who knows?
Yeah.
The Harvest Spirit was downbound.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So, how's everybody doing today? TJ, computer herpes, perhaps. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It went over, and I don't know if any of you use Zoom. It's got a screen where you click, go ahead and start, and then the line goes across. Well, it only went across a quarter of the way and stopped. Started it again, over and stopped, over and stopped. So I went and shut down the computer, restarted it, And we seem to be on moving in the right direction here now. We'll see how it goes. I've got 3 streams open. Well, that's interesting. AZ, how do I do that? Over here. See, I'm only showing the one stream open.
Huh? Yeah.
AZ. Check YouTube. Yeah, I'm on YouTube and I'm just showing the one on YouTube. Current live streams. Okay, let me go over and check that. Yeah, I see him over there running, but I don't I don't know how to your channel.
What are you trying to do, Paul?
Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm looking at. I could just move that the hell out of the way. Okay. Live. Okay, look at all these that are running in the background.
Oh, you gotta close all them, Paul.
Yeah, but how do you close them? I can't, it won't let me just click on it and close it.
Huh.
Okay, open link, open link, open link, open, create, copy link, edit image, blah, 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 and nowhere is say delete or
Huh.
close.
Weird.
Go to studio.
One waiting.
Let me go over here to studio. I can't find studio. Where the hell is studio? Home. Videos. Lives. Hello, David. How do I shut it down?
Go to upright, click on your logo, upright corner,
Yeah,
and go to the studio, YouTube studio.
okay.
Go to content on the left,
I need to go to live though, right?
go to the live one.
Okay, there they are.
Okay.
So
Close up.
I
close
should,
that.
I should be able to just click on that one, click on that one, click on that
Yeah.
one, and then delete it, right?
Stop them or delete them, yes. Delete them, yes.
Doesn't give me the option.
Does it give you the option, the stop option?
No.
What option is given? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. What is that three dots? Click on that three dots.
Well, these right here.
No. On the right side, there is like a hamburger, three dots. Go on it. Again, right. No. Come down. Click on that. Click on the video. Don't press too much.
Right here?
Right there. Just past. Little bit right.
Delete forever, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to do that in the three dots on each one of them.
One by one.
Understand, delete forever. And here we go, one more, delete forever.
Yep, 12 are gone.
Okay, so I should have just the one running.
You are fine now. You're good.
All right, thank you, David. You know, you've saved an old man more than once, David, I'll tell you that. The more this stuff kind of happens, the more I think, Paul, what the hell are you doing even being on here? Absolutely crazy. But here we are. Now we're back, and I think thanks to AZ, that's why I say any of you guys have a problem or an issue, AZ's the man. So Paul Hodges is not on here with us any longer. I think maybe I threw him off when he was probably on one of those channels. Oh, here comes Paul.
My internet dropped out.
Squirrely day today.
Oh, it was doing it last night too, Paul. I was thinking about calling the people. But all my Googles there were all screwed up, eh?
JD, thanks for your help too. And David called me, AZ called me and got it straightened out, Paul.
Oh, did he? Okay.
You had to go to YouTube Studio, go to your live, and then there they were, 4 of them in a row. We're all on and running.
Oh. Could you do any buttons there, Paul, or what?
Yeah, I don't know. Yep, Paul is back.
Yeah.
AZ said Paul is back.
I'm sorry, guys, but I got these.
It's okay. You got things to do. I understand.
Trying to get this all done, so I got a shitload of signs to do today. But I gotta have these arrows to go do 3 of them, so. Like 2 of them, I gotta have a arrow on them, and another one's gotta have acre signs on it, right? So, but I get to modify an old one, so. They got 1 arrow done, eh?
Yep.
The next one.
So you got to have 3 of them? You froze. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with your internet, Paul, because you're frozen again. So, this should be interesting. I don't know whether I'm froze or whether it's frozen. Paul Hodges is back. No audio, Paul, you're on mute. There you go.
No, that was my fault.
Okay.
I hit the plug right here.
Oh, okay.
Trying to get everything done.
I was thinking it was me.
Oh, no, it's me. I gotta move this plug. I've done that a couple times, you know. Come on, you don't be soft. Oh, it's been curling up on the top of you lift another time.
Well, AZ, I don't know whether that's true or not. Maybe David could tell us. David follows the news pretty regularly over there. David, AZ is wondering if Harry is really divorcing Meghan.
No.
If that's just all hype, right?
Yeah. The latest on Harry and Meghan is the court case that Harry's involved in over the hacking of mobile phones. And he was up in court yesterday, and he explained how details of his past relationships were just turning up in the news, and he couldn't understand how they were getting this information. And it turned, I mean, to be honest, it's a clear-cut case. You know, the newspapers were getting news that was in his private life. How did you get that? Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah.
Well, if your government operates the way our government does, we may never know how they got that. You know.
Oh, we already know. It's already been proven. This is a group of celebrities that have got together and said enough is enough and are taking the newspapers to court. They're not interested in the money. They're interested in getting it stopped because we already know some of the newspapers actually hacked the mobile phone of a dead girl. There was many years ago, this young girl, she was taken from near the train station. Her name was Millie Dowler. And because her answer phone messages were getting listened to, it gave the family false hope. The family thought she must still be alive. She's picking up her answer phone messages. And she wasn't. It was the newspapers hacking the phones. Because they listened to the message, they disappear off the system.
Oh, so it was the newspapers that were holding the line open as far as they thought it was it was active.
Yeah. By hacking the phone to get the answer phone messages.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure he's been sleeping in many hotels because he's not actually in America at the moment. He's in the UK dealing with his court case.
Now, is that just like a local court or is that
No. This is the big courts in London.
okay?
Yeah. We, the peasants of the country, get the local courts. The celebrities get the big,
Get the big push, huh?
because they can afford it.
Well, it's the old idea, pay to play, right?
Yeah.
For them.
So is Laura still on her retreat?
Yeah. She leaves the camp tomorrow, heads back to Lockerbie, which is just north of the border in Scotland. And then Saturday she's back in England.
So when is she going by motor car all the way back, or does she
Yeah.
transfer to a train at some point? Or
Yeah, it'll be car, but they split the journey in two.
okay.
When they get to Lockerbie, they stay overnight, and then they get
Oh, so
in the car.
she's what, traveling with a sister or an aunt or something, or
Her mum and dad.
her mom and dad? Okay, so they live here. They're going to come back to your area, right?
They live down here.
Okay.
They're all up on. They've all gone up. They go once a year to Scotland.
That's nice. She got a chance to go and be with her mom and dad, because both of my parents are gone, and I miss them every day.
Yeah.
And I often think, there was times maybe I should have spent more time with them, but life goes on.
Yeah, I know that feeling. My mum's gone. I wish my dad had fuck off, but
Pat Robertson is finally dead.
who's Pat Robertson?
Pat Robertson. He was. There's two Robertsons that come to mind. One was an actor, and the other one was an evangelist, kind of a
Yes, the religious one.
yes.
Died 8th of June. Died age 93.
93. Well, I've got an aunt that, you guys remember me, that I take her to get her injections in her eyes.
Yeah.
She's 96
Bloody hell.
and still gets around and lives on her own.
Well, look at the Queen Mother. She died at 101.
Yep. Well, you know, when you get to be that age, David, it's probably terrible to say, but everybody you know has come and gone. You know, every day you lose
Yeah.
more people that you know, and you know, and you know. It's got to almost feel like you're on your own little island floating on the sea of life. Yeah, you see, that's what I thought you talked about, but wasn't there was a Pat Robertson that was an actor too, I think back in the 50s, 60s. A lot of TV shows and things.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
See that big evangelist or whatever his name was.
I wasn't around in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
I wasn't even around to see my 50s, never mind lived them.
1952 in about just a little more than 3 weeks. That'll be 71.
Yeah, I'll be lucky to see out the bloody year. I am going.
Yeah, Lynn's in the same boat, buddy. You know, she has good days, bad days, good days, bad days, and it starts to switch to where it's not just equal good day, bad day. She has more bad days than good days, and
Yeah. Well, Lenny, you've got a few more years yet. So when I get up there, I'll warm you a seat.
AZ said, "Me neither, David. I was not around in the 60s."
Oh, Laura's sick. I forgot to ask.
Is Laura sick? Paul's asking David.
Not that I know of. She hasn't said anything.
Well, she drove by Tim Hortons there and never stopped.
Oh, her dad won't. Her dad won't go going to Tim Hortons. He's not paying that much for a coffee.
I can't believe it's that expensive there.
I'm surprised he slowed down enough to let her to get the picture.
What is a cup of coffee going for over there at the Tim Hortons?
I wouldn't know, but if you remember, I purchased a sandwich, 2 sandwiches, a coffee, and a fruit juice, and it cost me £30, which is about $36.
Wow.
Well, here, a cup of coffee at Tim Hortons is $1.90. So just under $2.
So what you're saying is it's cheaper to get you to buy it and ship it over.
Yeah. Like $2.
Didn't Laura buy some packaged Tim Hortons, like you put it into the coffee maker?
Yeah, she's got some jars of Tim Hortons in the cupboard.
But see, Paul, you indicated that it doesn't taste the same, right?
It's close, but not the same.
Laura likes it.
Yeah. Well, look at Ron Lockwood,
Yeah.
Canada. He goes, my God, that Tim Hortons coffee is good. He liked it, you know. New
But there's coffee shops everywhere over here.
my stuff. Well, let's go here. Okay.
Yeah, I see that. I see the orange fog is still heavy over by your area, Paul.
What's that? The fog?
The orange fog.
Oh, yeah.
According to our news, it's wiping America off the map.
Well, you know, according to Justin that we're always first in everything.
What's this number gotta be? Okay, where is Martha? Okay, 51.7 acres.
Now, come on, Mr. Hodges, stop letting that smoke come from your cigarettes go over America. You're
Yeah.
killing the people from New York.
Yeah, I'm smoking here too much.
Yeah, those pictures of actually the air in New York City is just terrible.
Okay, cool. Let's make it. What size do I need? Okay, so I need a 12 by 12. No, 12 by 8. Okay, because I'm just going to bring that over a little bit and down a bit. Okay. Continue. Okay, right back, guys. You got to set up my.
Yeah, they did a 20-minute segment on our news yesterday. Our news only lasts for 30 minutes.
AZ sent this.
That was
Pretty nasty.
You know what? It puzzles me. We're on a planet that's 75% water, and yet we still can't put out fires.
Well, what amazes me, David, is the phrase controlled burn. And to me, if all burns could be controlled, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly.
So that's kind of a myth. There's no control. Attempting to control, yes.
To me, if they dealt with a fire when it starts, they can get on top of it.
The problem is that our technology doesn't let us know, like in some of the big forests, let's say a lightning strike ignites some dead bush or trees or whatever. It takes a while for anybody to realize that there's a fire there. You would think with our technology, we would know that there was a lightning strike there, and now it's continuing to grow. And
Just got to send this email. Went and did some shopping in the supermarket.
Hey, Paul, Ed Hassick says, does I don't know if you can hear me or not, but Ed was wondering if you go into Tim Hortons and tell him you'd like a senior coffee, do you get a discount? I do not know. And Paul isn't here at the moment.
Over in the UK, they probably charge you more.
Yeah, it would come with grab rails, right? I don't know if Paul's out loading his truck or what he's doing, because I know he's really busy. So if anybody would like to join us on the panel, hey, Paul,
Yo,
do you get a senior discount at Tim Hortons? That's what Ed Hassick was asking.
I qualify for it, but I don't know if I get it. Where the hell was I? Yesterday, somebody asked me. Well, it was senior. Yeah, what the hell it was.
Well, because what I was wondering was is the difference in price between a regular coffee at Tim Hortons and a senior coffee.
I don't know, I should look.
And David and I were speculating, well, maybe the senior coffee comes with handrails,
Yeah,
grab rails.
hate it when stuff curls so much, can't work it.
Because Ed was saying that there's a lot of places that you go and you ask for senior coffee, it's free.
Free? No, you won't get free around here. Only time I get a free coffee is when I get enough bonus points or the vehicle in front of me buys my coffee for me. The other day, I gave a real estate agent shit. I said, what? And you didn't buy me a coffee? Oh my God, where are you? I said, right behind you. But she was already past the speaker, right? But I just had to give her a hard time, right?
Yeah. Well, she could have rectified it if
Well, I know by the time she got the text, she was going down the road.
oh, down the road, okay. Yeah, not a lot of ships good today, Paul.
No, it's pretty quiet on the ships.
Pretty quiet all the way down. The closest ship downbound is the CSL Welland, which is just up at the tip of the thumb. And there's nothing upbound except in the Detroit River.
Ooh, yeah.
I think Paul Wishy pays $1 for his coffee.
Well, you get points though. I think he gets.
But
Oh, you get points and then you turn it in for free stuff.
we usually about every 10th cup, you used to get a free one, right? But now they went to a point system. You got to spend like $40 in order to get a freaking free coffee, you know?
So you get a free one every day by the amount of coffee you buy.
Yeah, no shit. I agree with you there, Dave, on that one. I should buy shares in it just to get some of my money back, you know?
Here's one for you. On my way to do the shopping, I went into Greg's, the local pastry shop. And the lady in front of me, she had a friend in a wheelchair and she tried to buy 2 coffees and 2 sausage rolls. But her card declined because she didn't have enough. So she said to the lady behind the counter, she went, can you take one of the sausage rolls off? I'll share one with my friend here. And I was like, just let her keep it and I'll pay for it. Right, which I did. I got no thank you from the lady or a disabled friend. And the person behind me called me an effing do-gooder.
A do-gooder?
Just because I wanted to help this poor lady with a disabled friend. And then to make matters worse, the store ripped me off and charged me for 2 sausage rolls.
Yeah.
God. Not allowed to do good deeds around here.
Should have did this last night, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta chop up the chicken breasts and boil them today and then do some rice. I had to go last night and I bought 3 great big minute rice boxes because I have to make Mia's food.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a shitload of signs to do today, again, but 3 of them are done.
Yeah, I do kind of vaguely remember that Ed was saying that as far as controlled burns, they did a controlled burn up in northern Michigan, trying to increase the Kirkland warblers, the birds' habitat, and it got out of control. And I don't know how many hundreds of acres it ended up burning down.
Well, yeah, that'll help the habitat. What habitat?
You know, the funny thing is, they keep blaming this on fucking climate change.
Yeah, well, that's their speaking. Everything's climate change. You know, if you talk to a climatologist, we shouldn't be having anything cooked either. Should be eating everything raw or without any heat to it.
But they said, well, it's because of climate change. No, because idiots were careless with the freaking fires, what causing all these fires.
Yeah.
Like one in Nova Scotia down there, they said there were 8 fires caused by humans.
Yeah, just want to point out, I actually agree. It is caused by climate change because it's the idiots trying to control the climate that are freaking changing it and making it a freaking disaster.
Yep.
Yeah. They make it worse instead of better, and they call it climate change.
One day, somebody will learn.
Somebody will wake up eventually, I would hope, David. But then what do I know, right?
See, you have to look at it this way. They're saying that, you know, in the UK, we need to cut the gases, We don't have the big factories anymore, pumping chimneys, smoke out. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we
we
do-
have a few
we-
more
we-
cars on the road.
We do over in Asia, and that's their point. Their point is that the rest of the world that is halfway decent about it should find a way to clean up the entire universe, and they should still be able to pump out all the gases and everything into the air like China does.
Yeah, so we have to pay for them.
That's right.
You know, the funny thing, like here in Canada, Trudeau, he's so much on the climate control thing. This is why we're doing it and doing all this shit. What about all the other countries that pollute? You're not doing anything about them. Why don't you force them to do something? You know?
Yep.
It's all a scam. I mean, look at this.
0.7 acres, guys.
Look what's happening in Ukraine now with this dam. Yes, it's terrible. Yes, it's a disaster. Yes, we've lost a lot of wheat. But the point is, why is it the shops can increase their prices already to say, you know, the wheat prices have gone up, yet when it goes down, when they was able to start producing wheat again, and it went down, it took them 6 months to start reducing the prices.
Yep, that's true.
Everyone's on the scam.
And while I'm thinking about it, Paul, and somebody just texted me now. It says don't. Just reminding you your date tomorrow with 4 women or something you could brag about. I'm going for breakfast with some of the bus drivers tomorrow in the morning, Paul.
And they're all women, David.
Well,
Yeah, but they're all married women too.
So they've been broken in.
Yeah.
Paul, if you ever
Yeah.
get a chance, yeah, if you get access to BritBox or something like that, there's a program called On the Buses. Yeah, you want to see what the bus drivers get up to on that program. I mean, I know it's a comedy, but they pull up at the bus stop and get off and go dip into the house, do the woman and get back on the bus and drive off.
Well, in some countries, that's called rape, but
No. It's a comedy. They're not raping them. Yeah, they know the people at the bus stop, so they get off the bus. Well, they've got a bit of time.
So it's mutual consent.
Yeah, but it's a comedy. It's like one of the episodes, they take a double-decker bus to the safari park. And
Hey, Paul, is your chat working on your,
the lion gets in.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Laura's here.
huh?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't reboot mine then, so. Because my chat's not working.
Apparently, I'm the strangest person on here.
Okay, go back to Google Chrome, go to Paul Murray. I think that's his name. Live. Okay, there's the pop-up chat. Yeah, it's been updated here. I was looking at it, hasn't moved, and it says chat disconnected. I went, what the hell does that mean? But then I was busy doing that other stuff, right?
What the God darn hell is he doing?
No, I honestly believe in climate change. I really do. I think the climate is changing, but I don't think there's any damn thing we can do about it. It's been
nope, that's right.
There's a lot we can do about it. If we get rid of the idiots, the planet will be fine.
Well, it's not like the Earth or our planet hasn't gone through climate change before. I mean, look at the Ice Age and all that stuff.
well, and the
And
thing is,
you couldn't blame the animals for that.
well, in the Great Lakes right now, well, Lake Erie, how like in all these lakes around here, how were they formed? Hey, by glaciers.
Yep.
There's no glaciers within 1,000 miles of this place.
Nope.
I believe the climate's changing, but I don't think it's for the
I
reason.
think we're evolutionary coming out of the proper ice age. Yeah, and eventually the world will go the other way.
Swing back again. Yep.
Yeah.
You see the thing happening in the out west there, Paul?
No, what's that?
A whole bunch of people in Oregon, state local people there all want us to cede over to what was it, Idaho? They're voting on it apparently right now, or pushing it right now, because they're tired of the policies in Oregon state, like Washington State. They don't want nothing to do with it anymore. They want to join another state. I don't think it'll ever happen, but they got enough votes to do it apparently. But the problem is it has to go through Congress, right?
Well, you got a bunch of radicals up in those areas anyway, you know.
Well, yeah, well,
I mean, it's like they're giving drugs and everything to anybody that wants them, and now they're giving them the paraphernalia, the syringes and everything else, and
well, it's like what Trudeau he does here. Instead of helping them, he just gives them free drugs, you know.
Yep.
But see, that Pierre Poilievre, he said, no, we're going to take that money. If they get in power, we're going to invest it in rehabs. They're going to help the people, not just give them drugs to, you know, because the problem is they're giving them clean drugs. But the thing is that they don't get high on that anymore because they got to have the stuff with the fentanyl and all that shit. So what they're doing is selling the clean drugs to other people to get the money to buy the fentanyl stuff. So.
well, and the drug addicts don't have a way to support their habit, so they're either stealing or where was it? Somebody out in California, I think they just passed a law that stealing from stores is not a crime.
What the hell? If it's not a crime, what is it then?
They said it's just the poor people surviving. So it's like you've seen the videos of massive gangs going through the stores and stealing everything.
Is it cold in here?
They cannot. I guess they made it illegal for you as an employee or another citizen to stop anybody that's stealing merchandise from a store. So it makes you the witness. And if you try to stop it or do what's right, that you are breaking the law.
You've gone insane. That's all I'm going to say.
Now the victim is you know, the criminal right now, and the criminal is.
Yep.
Now, they say, according to Justin, we tend to follow everything you guys do. If you start bringing that in over here, they can piss off. What is the world coming to?
Yeah, it's a pretty sad state of affairs that we find ourselves in, and it just is what it is. I'm just filling up Mia's pill tray. Because she's got one pill that I have to cut in half with a pill cutter, and that's the half that she gets.
You have to hide it in the food.
Well, yeah, what she gets is when I give her her pills, I take a little bit of bread, a couple of slices of bread. In other words, I take and slice bread like 1, 2, you know, like a slice of bread, and then I cut it again this way across, and I take 2 of those, then I put peanut butter on it, put her pills on there, fold it in half, and then give it to her, breaking it off as she goes.
Yeah, my stepdad has to hide the pill in the lunch, in either luncheon meat or cheese,
Yep.
otherwise the dog won't touch it.
Yep, this is Mia's pills right here. And this is the little pill cutter. Have you seen one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Put the pill in there, and it's got a razor blade in here. And you just boom, and it cuts the pills.
And the job is done. We actually have a vending machine next to our Asda store that actually vends out fake eyelashes.
What?
That's all it has in there. It has makeup and fake eyelashes for the Essex girl. It even has the sign on it saying the Essex girl. It's like, what the hell's going on around here?
Yeah, you know, you said it right, David. The world is going to hell in a handbasket. I'm just kind of, this may sound cynical, but I am more than thankful that I'm not going to have to witness how this all turns out in the end. Because I don't think it's going to turn out well.
No, I think you're right.
Well, and the sad part of it is the young people today have not a clue what you and I and some older people went through to get to where they're at or how their life was. The life continually changes. And so a young person today doesn't get anything. They're not taught responsibility. They don't like, how can I help or what can I do or none of that, which we used to go out and mow the lawns or we'd even get lawn jobs in the neighborhood or deliver newspapers, all kinds of things. Today, it's like the kids, they don't care, because mommy and daddy give them whatever they want just to shut them up.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in the future is the old movie, The Time Machine, where everybody's just sitting around being taken care of and nobody does anything. And pretty much just treated like cattle. They're taken care of and then they're eaten by the community. So
Yeah, I don't know where society's going, but it ain't getting any better.
Never will.
Paul, I bet you've seen a lot change. You're driving school kids and while most of them you had a fairly good relationship with, it's like you didn't you say that you ran into parents that, oh, my kid wouldn't do that, or my kid.
Of course, yeah.
If my parents got a complaint about me, there was a whooping coming.
Yeah.
And besides the lecture.
Well, I was talking to a guy yesterday putting a sign up down in Tilsonburg there. And him and his son were sitting there talking about a lot of this stuff. And, I said, no offense to the son, but, when we were younger, we drank from a freaking garden hose. We played with shit, mud and whatever, freaking metal slides you went down and hard dirt. And, you hurt yourself, and your parents said, get up and, wipe it off and get moving,
Yeah,
But
get on with it.
But even my own grandkids, when the kids were first born, you had to come over, you had to have clean clothes when you come in, you had to wash your hands and everything. And before you touch the kid, and like, really? If you come from my side of the family, the kid be born, they'd throw it at you, say, here, hold this, will you? Like,
Yeah, catch.
but I have noticed, and I know a lot of people with kids and everything else, and when I was driving bus, I knew a little bit about some of the health of the kids if they had issues. But there's a lot of kids nowadays that have got health problems. Not like back in the old days when they had an immune system. Now, even my two grandkids have got health problems. But I know other people have got kids, and every one of their kids have got health problems. And I'm just going like, what the hell is going on here? I think a lot of this genetically modified foods and, this stuff here is supposed to be good for you. This ain't for you and all this shit. I don't know.
Yeah. And that plus, Paul, back, there was a certain time in our lives growing up back years ago, it was like you were exposed to things and what didn't kill you made you stronger, helped build your immune system.
Yeah.
Now it's like all these kids are living in a bubble.
Yeah, they put bubble wrap on them and send them out, right? Like I just said. Yeah, you're right there, JDS.
Yeah, when I was a kid, if I fell over and cried, my dad used to say, get up or I'll give you something to cry about.
But the thing is, too, with our JDS, you have to look at the parents, too. Like when you see kids that are misbehaved or whatever, half the time the parents don't give a crap anyway, so. They let them do what they want, and to shut them up, they just buy them something or whatever, right? There's no discipline nowadays in kids. Not like when we were younger. It's funny, me and my dad disciplined me a few times, but I never stopped loving him because of it. he did it always out of love. It was, you know,
Well, they were teaching you something, you know?
I respect my dad till the day, you know, even he passed away and stuff. You know, like I never stopped respecting that man. If I did something wrong, I got my ass kicked. Like, you know, but it's who I am today because of that.
Yep.
You want to try something really fun there, JDS? Being a bus, getting in an accident, even a minor one. It could be at a bus stop or someplace that all of a sudden, you know, the kids are texting mom, dad, hey, I'm in an accident with a bus. They all come running over to the bus. Hey, I want my kid. Sorry, can't have them. Shut the door and lock it so they can't get in. Because the only ones that can take them off the bus is either a police officer or a paramedic or firefighter. I don't have the authorization. The parents don't have the authorization. Nothing. They can't even come on the bus to see their kid. They're not allowed on the bus. God, you want to talk about angry parents? Fucking beat the door down trying to get in. Oh yeah.
Sounds like you had hours of fun.
I didn't get in an accident, but I had an issue with a parent. And anyways, they you go drop a kid off. If they're JK, SK, or grade 1, the parent has to come to the door and meet the kid, or you don't let the kid off the bus. It's a simple thing. Okay, cool. So, anyways, I come up to the one stop. There's no parent there for this one kid, right? I pull over to the side of the road, get on the radio. I got on the radio and I said to the company, you know, so and so, mom and dad's not here, or whoever's here for the thing, right? To pick up the kid. Because you only wait so long. If not, then you take the kid back to school and school deal with it. But anyways, one of the bus people, the owners, whatever, like, you know, Tegan, called me on the phone. I'm sitting there talking to her. And she said, well, they say they're there. I said, what stop? I'm at the stop. The kid's saying stop all the time. But I said, don't the parent have to come to the door? Oh, yeah. So anyways, parent had parked around the corner where I couldn't see him. They stayed in the car and they're sitting there playing with the phone, right? Didn't see the bus there. And I didn't know the car. You know, it was around the corner at an intersection, right? Well, the parent comes over and starts ripping a strip off of me like crazy. Well, guess what? Who I had on the phone? I had the bus company on the phone.
Yeah.
They heard every word that parent was yelling at me and everything else, calling me everything. Like that was funnier than hell.
How did they end up dealing with that parent?
I don't know. It's out of my hands once that happened, but
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to know? Was there repercussions for their stupidity, or is just another case of oh well?
Now, well, if the kid was suspended or whatever, I would know about it. But the thing is that it was dealt with internally. They probably ripped a strip off of her and threatened to take her kid off the bus and stuff, right? Because even Keegan says, I'll deal with it. So, because it goes not just the school bus driver, it goes to the Thames Valley District School Board. They're the ones that authorize that kid to be on the board, and things happen in between. It's not just the bus company that deals with. If there's a problem on the bus at school, I report it to my company. I do a form up, and it goes from me to the school, to my bus company, goes to the school board, goes back to the school, and eventually back to the parent. Everybody has their little deal with it, right? And it's all documented, the whole thing, right? So. Well, I don't know, JD. JDS. Well, there's just this. like this first student here that was in town, like I work for Batter, great company to work for. I love working there. If I was still working for Batters, I'd probably still be there. Just they were a good company to work for, but you start working for these stupid companies, and they just see first soon when they took over Batters. Oh, geez, come into all these rules, regulations, and holy God, you can't even move. Like now they're into iPads. You got to wear in your arm and go around doing a circle check. Okay, I checked that wheel nut. I checked. Yep, the exhaust pipe's still there. Really. Like, and they track you that you're going around the bus doing an actual circle check. Then you got to punch in, log in. You got to scan a barcode up in the front of the bus and another one at the back of the bus, and safety meetings every month. And like, I just going to you, okay. It was getting to be so much bullshit. They said in the name of safety, bull crap. So now you have to do a circle check when you go to leave on your run. Okay, cool. Big deal. That's not a big deal. Now they want you to do a post inspection too. Like, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding there, Captain Joe. And they all want to go home, right, or whatever, or parents show up. Oh, it's a major fight. Wow. But the funny thing is here, I don't know about anywhere else, but if a school bus is involved in an accident, doesn't matter if it's minor or major, they all respond. It's all hands down, let's go. They send everybody that's available to an accident scene with a bus. It could be a freaking, bumper to kind of bend a little bit or whatever, or scrape down the side of the bus. Oh, Christ, you get a full response. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And then it has to be reported to the school board right away. And then the school is notified. And oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, JDS, even if you're doing a circle check, say they gave you 8 minutes to do a circle check around the outside of the bus, you do it in 6 minutes. You didn't do it properly. Yeah. And now they're grading your driving too, by the way. They got stuff now in the buses that, if you brake too hard or, you're not stopping at a stop sign properly, or, like, oh, you're using the brakes too much, you're using the gas pedal too much, you're idling too much. Oh, it just goes on and on and on. So now they're grading the bus drivers too on their performance. I'm just going, yeah, not worth it, not for the money they pay. Yeah. Well, you guys are in a high, what do they call it? High risky area, having all these kids on a bus and all this shit or whatever, but they don't want to pay for it. And the thing is, with a school bus, you got to go to work twice, not just once.
Yeah. Ruins your day, right?
Twice
Takes
about.
up all your day, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem with the jobs when you have to go in twice. Everybody thinks, yeah, you're only doing 2-3 hours a day. Yeah, you've got to fit it in. So what you do in between, you have to make sure it cannot overrun.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
literally, your whole day's taken up by that one job.
Yeah. Now they got cameras in the buses, and they're talking about cameras outside the buses, and
We've already got that over here.
Yeah, it's just.
But they had to bring that in over here. A few years ago, I was involved in a bus accident. I was on the bus and somebody just went into the side of the bus. And there was 4 of us on the bus at the time of the incident. Got off and I was, they asked for details and stuff. And do you want to take any further? I was like, no, I'm fine. Just get out of my way. I want to carry on my day.
Yeah.
And then when when the paperwork came through, apparently there were 48 people on that bus. It could only fit 20 people on it. So I don't know where they were all hiding.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
now
can't,
they've
I
got.
can't- I can't imagine a bus accident over there, David, where it's a double decker bus and the top deck is open.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
Well, you know how they've got double decker buses sometimes are covered on top as well as the bottom.
Oh,
But
the
there's
open. Yeah, you
Some
got the
buses,
open-
the older ones were open.
Yeah, we still have the open top buses in the summer months.
wanted everybody away from the accident.
Yeah, it'd be like, as you're sitting there as a bus driver, all of a sudden there goes a passenger.
They're actually safer than they look because one, it's very hard to tip a double decker, and two, the way they have the seats and stuff, you can't, you won't get flung that far.
Did have you had like double decker buses hit overpasses or anything or?
Oh, that happens quite often when they take the roof off.
Yeah.
You get on the bus, it's a full double decker, it's got a roof on it. Turns the corner, oh look, it's open top.
Yeah, back when I was driving transport, you used to have a thing, you used to know how fast you're driving and all that crap, like when you stop, when you start, how your progressive shifting and all this shit. Oh, it just used to be a freaking joke. They kept writing me letters, slow down, but I don't know what that meant. So I just said, yeah, whatever. But there were guys there that found out that the thing that recorded all this up underneath, there's a little module with a little battery in it. Take a little Phillips screwdriver, take the cover off, take the battery out, wait a couple seconds, put it back in. It would wipe it all out. And couldn't figure out why that thing didn't work. Used to wipe the memory right out of it. Oh, it was a joke. It's easy enough though. If you don't like my driving, just go hire somebody else. But then they're screaming because they don't have drivers. Can't figure out why. It's just.
Well, up to a few years ago, you had to be 25 to drive a bus over here.
Yeah.
And then they went, right, we're going to reduce it for the single deckers. You have to be 21. And now you've got 18-year-olds driving double deckers. And these
Yeah.
are massive buses.
You
If they
bet.
hit something, they're going to do some damage.
I think they're 20 or 21 here now. Hey, Ron, good morning.
Morning.
Ron,
Hey, the view here.
You at the
This is,
car,
out,
whatever you're
Whoop.
saying.
this is the view out my balcony.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Can't see no smoke.
Yeah, it's beautiful here.
Good out there.
What's that, Paul?
Lots of firewood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Paul Murray, you'd be going crazy. There's been boats and ships going through here all night long. Oh,
Is that a main waterway or something or?
yeah, that's right here in the bay. And then tomorrow morning, right up over those mountains where we're going in the small bush plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a whale. Well, here comes some little boats, fishing boats now. Guys going out fishing.
So do you get to see the Northern Lights up that way?
I don't know. The funny thing is, hell, right now, this time of year, you got about 2 hours. It was 11:30 last night. It was still like this, bright as can be.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like that
And-
where Laura is now in Scotland. It's about 11:30 starts going dark, and then starts coming light again round about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of hard to sleep last night. But well, I'm gonna get a shower and grab the cameras and drone and go scoot around town today.
Well, Ron, the question I have before you go is, in any of your flights, did you see the fire fog or the wildfires? Did you see the
On the air.
in
Flying.
the-
Oh, I think we saw a little bit up over British Columbia yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there still a lot of big fires up in Canada and that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But down at JFK, like the airports and stuff, they did a
Right.
ground stop because the smoke was so heavy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I was sitting here about 10 minutes ago and I heard this big, what sounded like an air compressor. I looked out and there was a big whale that just breached out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get the drone out, please.
Yep. I know. I said, I got to go get everything all ready. So I just wanted to pop in for 2 minutes to say hi.
Oh,
Okay, Ron. Well, thanks for popping in. Check in with us later.
Yeah. This afternoon, I'll be
Okay.
out walking around. I'm on what they call the Homer Spit.
Oh,
It's really a cool little town. It's a big
well,
fishing town.
say hello to Homer for us.
yeah.
I'll tell Homer you gave him your best.
Yeah, there you go.
You know
All right,
what? I've
guys.
just got a vision of Ron actually holding Bart, not Homer, but Ron actually holding Bart Simpson around the neck.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I better get going, guys. I got something.
Okay, Ron. All right, buddy.
All right. See you guys.
We'll see you.
Catch you all later.
Yep, we'll catch y'all later. Or we're going to be signing off for now from Studio B.
Yeah.
And we'll see all of you again this evening.
Yeah, I better get some more.
Bye all in the chat.
Bye, everybody in the chat. Take care.